Welcome to the week number 2 of The Artist Way. This week I'm learning a lot. This is called recovering your identity, and I felt that this week was very. It was about connection, about recovering your connection with the big creator. And sometimes, I mean, for me in general, for me specifically, um, it's very hard to slow down. And this week was about that, to slow down, to enjoy the process, to not judge your work, but just do the job. Because that is not your duty. You are an instrument that the big creator uses to deliver something. When you slow down and then it's kind of like a meditation or something like that. When you're quiet, when you are with yourself, when you are connecting with yourself, and with yourself also means with the big creator, is when you are open to receive what the universe has for you. I have to admit that this is the week that maybe it was difficult for me in that way, because I am a person who's always doing something, busy, doing things. And I know that it's not good. I just, it's very hard for me to rest. I feel that I have so many things to do and not a lot of time to do. And this week is about slow down, give up control, which I struggle a lot. And the part that was very interesting for me is like, you need to enjoy the process of everything and not to focus on the final result. Because when you focus in the process, you are in the present, you're enjoying what you're doing. And when you are enjoying what you're doing, the final result is going to be good, because you put love, you put effort. So whatever it is, the final result is going to be a good thing. Because when you are rushing, busy, just doing like, okay, I just need to finish this, then it's not with your heart, is not put into the project that you're doing, into the work that you're doing. So this week was about that, about letting go of the expectations, your own expectations, because I feel that we are the first ones to criticize our work. And that happens to me a lot. Sometimes I do something and then I overthink, like, is people like people's gonna like this or not, and then I just don't post it or don't show it to anybody because I feel that nobody's gonna like it. And that is out of sabotage, because you are not letting people to see what you're doing and let them be the judge, if you wanna call it like that, of your work. But your work and your duty is to give to the world your creativity, your gift. Because I believe that every single person in the world has a gift, has received a gift from the big creator, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. And our responsibility is to do something with that gift that we have, to share it with the world, to do something to make the world better. I want to share with you an experience that I had with God, I want to say, because I remember when I was living in Mexico City, I was a little bit lost. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was not studying at the university. I was not working also as an actress, and I really struggled a lot when I was in Mexico City. And then I had a moment of connection, and I remember I was crying a lot, and I was asking for a sign to know, like, if this is really what you want me to do, give me a sign, because I am completely lost. And I got the sign literally in not even 1 week. And then I got a call from Televisa for a new character in this TV series, La Rosa de Guadalupe. And they told me that the character doesn't even speak, but I think it's a good thing. And for me, that was a sign. And the character was the Virgin of Guadalupe. And I want to say that that role, that character, gave me work for years. Um, so for me, that was very, very, very emotional, very deep. Like I got an answer from God, from the universe, from some something bigger than us, and then I continue with my path in that way. However, even though I got that sign, I was sabotaging myself constantly because I was doubting about my worth. I was being the judge of my work, and I was not enjoying the process. I was maybe so worried about being good at doing my job that I remember that I didn't enjoy the process. Like I was so nervous about acting or something, and then it took me time to understand and to just to be present and to enjoy the moment, enjoy the opportunity that I had at that time. And it was a learning, like, from me. um but then in my life, I noticed that I became a very, very control freak person. And I focus a lot in the final product instead of the process. And I feel super stressed during the process because I want to things, I want to, I want everything to be fast. I want to see the immediately the result. And you cannot do it. You cannot do it. It happened while renovating this house, and it's not done. It's still a work in progress. And I remember I felt very stressed because I was working a lot, and I feel that there were still a lot of things to do. But this week, it's about connecting with your present, connecting with what you're doing, to put love, to put time, to the effort, but not to judge the result, because that is not your responsibility. You just have to do the job. You just have to do what you're being asked for, and in this case, from God. So it was a very interesting week about slowing down, about enjoying everything that it comes to your life. And because I believe that everything is for a reason, for you to learn something, to evolve in something, to become better. And everything that happens in your life, it happens for you and not to you. I don't know if you have heard that before, but everything happens for a reason, and everything is a learning uh, for you to become the person that you are destined to be, that person that you need to be. But the morning pages, I think this week went better. I did 5 of 7 days, and it doesn't hurt a lot anymore in my hands. So yeah, but I noticed something, and I think it's related to this week especially, that in my mind, my thoughts are faster than my writing. So I want to write faster, and then when I write faster, I notice that my writing is not pretty, and then I get anxious because I want to finish immediately the 3 pages that I have to write, and my mind is fast but my hands slow. And to make that connection, especially this week, was very, very interesting. I want to say that very interesting. It was very funny that I noticed that this week. So yeah, for the artist date, also I went alone to the movie theater, and I think I struggle with the artist dates because I feel I don't have time, and again, it's related to this week. I remember that day I was so tired, and I needed to, because I think that was the only day I could do it. and then if I didn't do it that day, I was missed the week to watch the movie or something. And I remember I went alone to the movie theater, and just before arriving to the theater, I saw a friend from work actually, and he asked me like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to the theater." And he was like, "With who?" And I was like, "With myself." And he was very like, "Oh, okay, okay." Maybe it was a like a weird thing for him. Uh, and I feel that we, or at least me, I don't spend a lot of time with myself. Even when I have like quiet days, you're with your phone or just doing something. But how many times are we alone and just in silence with your own thoughts? Not not very often. So I feel that we need more days like that. So you have the connection with your inner child, your soul, God. Like, I think we need those times. We need to make time for those moments in our lives. So that is something that I learned. So yeah, I feel that this week was really good, and it was about um, to have a better connection with myself and to slow down. I think those are the most important learnings for me this week, to enjoy the process and not to focus in the final result. Okay, well, I think it's everything for today, and I will see you in my next video, which is week 3. And thank you for being here.